Trips away for benefit of grief's victims, for ones, for us, who loved and lost something extraordinary. A trip to help us cope with the loss of our best friend. Rest in peace, Brie. Clouds interrupted an otherwise burning sun, coating our pale skin in a glaze of warmth. Crows, seagulls, petrels, feasting on the remnants of holiday picnics, ham sandwiches and chunks of cheddar left for a lucky bird's feast. Bottles of water, beer, lemonade opened and sipped, a refreshing taste to cool your body melting in the midday heat. Inhaled scents of sea air and seaweed carried by subtle breezes in the summer day, overtaking the rising smell of fish and chips being fried up in seafront shops in preparation for the evening's onslaught of tourists. Nighttime came as the sky cascaded into a variety of colours as if it were a paint palette. A clear blue morning called for breakfast of croissants and orange juice to be eaten outside, as if staying inside was an insult to the loveliness of the day. Once the weather had cooled and the sun began to weaken, we ventured out. Boats bobbed up and down on the surface of the lake, captured far below by a rusty anchor wedged between mossy dark seaweed where we could not see. Our unknown beach, a mile or so's walk along a thin pebbly track until it opened up to reveal miles and miles of sand to both our left and right. Our unknown beach, only a few had stumbled upon on the evening of a scorching day. Playful dogs chased each other through the growing tide. Children played with multicoloured buckets shaped as a crumbling castle when enough moist sand was crammed into the bottom. Our unknown beach, beetles crawled deep down to the shingle to sleep for the night. Wind ceased and waves calmed as if to say good night. Cheap Victorian sponges bought late the day before as a result of our quick getaway, sliced in half and filled with a thick layer of jam and cream, topped off with a fine sprinkling of icing sugar. At Dad's request, we followed a thin muddy trail side by side with a splashing icy waterfall to the top of a hill and back down again. Luscious trees filled the area with green, flowers plucked and captured as they swung with the wind, colour as captivating as the butterflies fluttering amongst them. All to be heard was the rushing water making its way over the rocks and under pebbles, chasing gravity and the faraway cry of birds hopping between the playground of trees. An early start, a drive through the mountains. 11 of us piled into a canoe as green and long as the trees were tall. Out of time paddling, a struggle to follow any form of structure, rhythm, pattern. Reach, pull, reach, pull, reach, pull. Travelling across the lake, heart hammering at the dark and cold lurking below me, shared by creatures of all kinds. Porpoise surfaced every few minutes, their tiny fins spotted in delight. Seals peered quizzically at us as we glided past them, occasionally slipping into the water themselves. Onshore, dogs greeted us with barks as they dashed down onto the stony beach where we had docked for lunch. Birds called from the trees nearby, sensing our presence on their usually isolated territory. Being away in a place so isolated brought simplicity I had not received in a long time. An island so empty, uninhabited, not lonely but peaceful, created a holiday of love and remembrance, beautiful as our dog had been. Rest in peace, Brie.